This may be the year that Leo is finally able to grasp that always elusive Oscar. Come on, Leo! And here we go. The Revenant is written and directed by Alejandro González Inarritu and is the man who brought us the award-winning film Birdman in 2014. The Revenant stars Leonardo DiCaprio, Tom Hardy, Will Poulter, and Domhnall Gleeson. I believe I said that right.
I can't understand your accent.
It's like he's trying to speak to me, I know it!
Domhnall Gleeson. What a year for that man in film in 2015. My word. So the film is loosely based on the novel of the same name by Mark Punk, which is a fictional account of the real-life frontiersman Hugh Glass' exploits of survival after being viciously mauled by a bear while out with a large group of men trying to obtain animal pelts, and he is left for dead by his companions. The basic info that I just provided you with, along with the buzz of awards, was really all that I knew going into this film. My expectations were high, though, because of the trailer, the Tom Hardy-Leonardo DiCaprio duo. I was also really interested by this movie after hearing about all the production problems they had as a result of trying to use natural lighting as well as real locations, resulting in very harsh elements. And I was also very interested because this was created by Inarritu, who created one of my favorite films of 2014 in Birdman. And yet again, Inarritu has presented the audiences with a film that is a study of a man who must face incredible adversity. He's done this in several films in his career, and he does this either by showing us internal forces, external forces, or both, and the man must find a way to overcome them. And he explores this in a way in order to examine the many aspects of the human condition. Once again, he does this by teaming up with Emanuel Lubezki, I hope I pronounced that right, one of cinema's greatest cinematographers working today. And Emanuel Lubezki does this in a way that captures both breathtaking landscapes and imagery that is thought-provoking and emotionally charged. The incredibly transfixing shots that are seamlessly edited together are made even better through two of the best performances of the year in Leonardo DiCaprio and Tom Hardy. Both men, in my opinion, are worthy of Oscars, and if they are to win, it would be very well deserved. Now, Leonardo DiCaprio's performance is rooted more in physical and emotional expression, since his dialogue is very limited, and the dialogue that he does speak in the film is well delivered, but a majority of it isn't even in English. A lot of it is in Native American dialect. The many emotions and the physical anguish endured by his character, he executes to perfection. Tom Hardy is brilliantly bitter toward everyone and everything and is understandably egocentric as you learn of his own character's exploits and misfortunes, which are emoted through Tom Hardy in small vignettes that he speaks laced with profanity and reckless abandon for anyone other than himself. After reading through a few critical reviews of this film, I've noticed that critics do not seem to be quite as infatuated with this film as they were with Birdman. While both films are a study of the human condition, they are done in completely different time periods, places, and situations. Birdman examines a man who has really lost sight of himself and has become overwhelmed by the pressures he puts on himself to be great in his career as an actor, as well as the expectations that others have on him and the relationships which result from this. In contrast, The Revenant is much more rudimentary in regards to human nature, survival, and the basic animalistic instincts that are within all humans that are evoked when man is pushed to his absolute limits. Obviously, this is a much less relatable in regards to a study of human nature and the human condition, but I implore you to truly watch the way that Inarritu examines these concepts. He juxtaposes this study of human nature and the human condition in this film with the vast power of nature and its foreboding grasp that seems to loom over Hugh Glass and the other men in this film throughout. Sheer awe of its continuous face of death and beauty is masterfully and elegantly presented to us throughout the film by Luzbeski as Glass works to survive these elements. The other aspect of this film that Inarritu provides is imagery that haunts Glass through dreamlike flashbacks dictating his drive to live to the tune of an incredibly haunting score that is highlighted by these pounding drums and somber strings, as the music doesn't seem to so much as drive the characters along, but more so is evoked from the situations that the characters are in, if that makes sense. The film is a riveting story of pain, suffering, loss, perseverance, hope, revenge, anger, sadness, and redemption. I mean, you get the point. This is just to name a few of the human emotions that are so well examined in a beautiful rendition of what man must do to survive against the powerful forces of nature and the selfishness and cruelty of other men. I'm awarding this film a 10. This film struck a chord with me. I was literally on the very edge of my seat at times throughout this film, with my hands over my mouth and doing one of these. I catch myself like this many times throughout this film. I was completely taken aback by this movie. I loved it. I wanted to watch this film again the second it was over. So now I'm going to give you a little warning.
I'm not gonna hurt you. You didn't let me finish my sentence. I said, I'm not gonna hurt you. I'm just gonna bash your brains in. I'm gonna bash them right the fuck in.
Warning. Don't expect to see Kill Bill in the woods, or a movie that is a non-stop, adrenaline-pulsing action thriller, over-the-top revenge flick. While at times it has glimpses of this, mostly tonally, it looks to seize gritty realism by the throat, as well as a flair for the artsy and the true love of filmmaking, making it so that if you expect anything else other than the most realistic revenge story you have ever seen, you will be truly disappointed. So that's my stupid little warning to all you who might go see this movie and walk out and go, oh my god, what was that? Because, I mean, some people may walk out of this film and be completely turned off by the violence, the harshness of it, the long tension-building scenes, the long scenes of landscape and imagery. They might hate it. They might not like it at all. That's fine. I mean, that's fine. I think this film should win Best Picture of the Year. And it's fine if you don't like it. I loved it. And even if it still doesn't win Best Picture, hey, you know what? I'm still going to love this film. I'm still going to keep watching it. I'm going to keep talking about it probably for years to come, because I really liked this movie a lot. So that's my review for The Revenant, guys. I'm hoping to bring my top 10 movies of 2015 video to you tomorrow, as well as my top 10 most anticipated films of 2016 on Sunday. So if you saw The Revenant, let me know what you thought. I'd like to know if you liked it, if you loved it, if you disliked it, if you hated it, anywhere in between. What do you guys think of this movie? Anyway, Vince the Film Nerd, I'm going to be here, and you know what? I'm gonna keep talking about movies because that's what I want to do for you. Anyway, Leo, Tom, Inarritu, The Revenant, The Woods, Nature, Snow, Movies, Life,